friends, how are you today? Welcome back, and for those of you that are new, hi, welcome. My name is Lisbeth and this is my channel. So what I've been doing recently is I have been doing a thing called makeup and books. And what I do is I do my makeup like I think a character would do in the book if they lived today. Or sometimes I just do my makeup based on the theme of the book. Which is also what I'm going to do today. And also, please make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button just down there so you can get notified of future uploads. Thank you so much, guys. I sincerely appreciate each and every one of you. So, yesterday, I was branching out a little bit with my makeup, and I was doing a couple new things, which I'm going to continue today. Well, I'm not doing the same things today, but I am going to do a couple new things again today. I'm not sure how I feel about what I'm going to be doing with my makeup today. I kind of tried to do something similar a little while ago with my airbrush machine. I haven't used that in a little bit. I should use it again. Anyway, and I didn't love the results, but to be perfectly fair, that was probably 99.999% on me. So, but I'm going to try it today because I was watching a YouTuber, Jamie French. Have you guys ever watched her? If not, you should. She's good. I really like her. I'll link her down below. But she was talking about another YouTuber, Samantha Ravindal, who I'll also link her down below. But who was talking about a technique, and I mistakenly called what I did yesterday this technique. It's called the reverse foundation technique, and what I did yesterday was not the reverse foundation technique. What I did yesterday was a viral TikTok technique. So, confession, I'm not on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok a whole lot. So, there's probably a whole bunch of trends going around that I don't know about because I don't watch TikTok. But anyway, I did watch the TikTok video on the makeup hack I did yesterday, which is how I knew about it. But I really do like that hack, by the way. I feel like it works really well. But the reverse foundation technique is basically you do your highlighter, you do your highlighters, you do your contour, bronzing, whatever. And then you fill in with foundation. So you're basically just doing your makeup routine in reverse. And you know, I like the normal makeup routine I have. It's what I'm used to. It's easy for me. I mean, do I always need practice? Yeah, I do. But it's good because that's what I'm doing. I'm getting practice. But, you know, I like my normal makeup routine. But I've decided that I keep doing the same things. And it would be fun to do to try some new techniques. So that's why I'm trying some new techniques. And this was a new technique. Again, I'm not sure how I feel about it because I like having the base of the foundation to put my makeup on over. Also, I feel like this technique is probably going to work best with cream products. I don't know if powder products would work with this. And I really like I like cream products, but I also like my powder products. I like my palettes and stuff. Especially, I have been loving my Too Faced palettes lately. I love the formula. They smell so good. I love how Too Faced products smell. But I love the formula. I love how they feel on my face. I love the smell. Anyway, I'm rambling right now. But so I also, you guys also know that I use cream products quite frequently as well. But if this doesn't work out, I can always cover it up with powder products, I guess. I don't know. But we'll see how it works today. So yeah, I figure if this turns out horribly, I can maybe fix it with powder. I don't know. We'll have to see. But again, I don't know if I love... Well, actually, I feel like the last time I did, I hadn't moisturized and primed before, and so maybe that's why it didn't work out so well. Today I did, so it's not so... My skin does not feel as dry as it did last time I tried something like this. But it's still a little weird not having the foundation base, but we'll see how it ends up working out. It could be the greatest thing I've ever tried. Right. What am I looking for? Okay, but anyway, so on to the book I'm going to talk about. That's not what I want. The book I'm going to talk about today. I will be talking about Fablehaven by Brandon Mole. And by the way, I own no rights. All rights belong to Brandon Mole. So I was introduced to Fablehaven, I don't even remember when, probably back when it came out in 2006. And my whole family loves these books. They are really good. If you've never heard of them and you enjoy fantasy books, I highly suggest giving them a go. They're sweet, clean, they're fun, they're adventurous. They're a lot of fun. I highly recommend them. But you might be saying, well, that's great, but what are they about? Well, I'm about to tell you. Hold on, I'll get there. Anyway, so they are about a 13-year-old girl and her 11-year-old brother. And when the series starts, I'm going to be focusing on the first book today, which is just called Fablehaven. But it's about a 13-year-old girl and her 11-year-old brother. And when the story starts, they are being shipped off to their grandparents for the summer I believe it's the summer, or at least for a few weeks, to go spend some time with their grandparents while their parents are off doing something else. I think they're going on a cruise. But so and the girl's name is Kendra and the boy's name is Seth. And neither of them are super, super excited about it. They don't know their grandparents all that well at the beginning, but they'll go with it. And Kendra she's a good girl. She's sweet. She follows rules. She does what she's supposed to. Seth he's mischievous. He's not real big on rules. He definitely has a troublesome streak, and which you will see throughout the book and the series. And can I tell you, honestly, Seth drives me nuts a lot for most of the series. He drives me nuts because he ends up getting into a lot of trouble a lot of times because he just can't do what he's supposed to. He also, To be fair, though, he also ends up saving the day quite a few times. So there's that. But, I don't know. He bugs me. And it's not because I'm a huge rule follower. You know, I believe in rules, but at the same time, you know, sometimes rules are made to be broken, right? Not all rules. But anyway, so I don't love his character for a lot of the times. He's very well written and very well done, but I struggle with his character. You know what? This actually isn't turning out too bad. Anyway, so they're shuttled off to their grandparents' house. And the grandparents live on, they have a lot of property. And they live on so they have a lot of property. And it's a farm, I believe, yeah. And the kids are expected to help, of course. And they have a pool and everything. And they're given, Seth is exploring one day. Oh, and they're like, I believe they're told not to go too far from the house, to stay, like, not to go into the woods, but to stay on the property just around the house. Which, you know, is just Seth is probably going to break that rule as soon as he can. You know, they're given some rules that they're expected to follow. And there's a lot of butterflies and stuff around. And Seth one day finds a note that says, "Don't drink the milk." And he sees Dell, like, one day putting out bowls of milk around the house. And so he gets curious and he decides that he's going to try this milk. And so he tries it, and all of a sudden, what he thought were butterflies, they're not butterflies, they're fairies. And he just realizes there's so much more to this preserve, or to this place, than he and Kendra knew at first. And so I feel like I'm covering it up a little bit, but maybe that's not terrible. Need a little more light. And so he tells Kendra about this, and he's able to convince her that she should try it as well. And so she does, and she sees what he's talking about. And I kind of feel like I'm covering up everything I just did. Probably am. Oh well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I might stick to what I usually do with my makeup. I don't know. We'll see. We'll decide at the end. Anyway, so Kendra and Seth have both can now both see these fairies, and that everything is not as it seems at this place. Well, it turns out that their grandparents' property is actually a magical creature preserve. And they have all kinds of creatures besides the fairies. They've got naiads, they've got centaur. Well, they have centaurs on the property. They have what are those? Satyrs? The goat, the guys that have goat legs. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called, satyrs. And Seth befriends the two satyrs, and they get in lots of trouble together because the satyrs are pretty mischievous as well. Yeah, I'm gonna do some. That's what I'm looking for. Powder products. I don't hate this look. Actually, it does look pretty good, but I'm gonna powder it up a little bit. Anyway, so they see, so they can now see that everything in this preserve, and they're given more, and the grandparents actually had wanted them to drink the milk and to discover the secret, because they weren't allowed to tell them straight out the secret, but they could give them clues and help them discover the secret. And so they're relieved when they find out that their grandkids now know the secret of Fablehaven. And but now that they know the secret of Fablehaven, they also realize like how dangerous, because this preserve, it's not a safe place by any means. It's dangerous. There's a lot of dangerous creatures around. And they find out through many adventures just how dangerous it can be. And I don't want to go too in depth in case you guys want to read it, or in case you or if you have read it, let me know what you guys think as well. And also, guys, a side note, if you ever have any books you think I should do, I've said this before, but again, if you ever have any books you think I should do, I would love to hear suggestions. If I haven't read them, great, I have a new book to read. If I have read them, I'm sure I would love to talk about the books, but let me know. But so they go through a lot of adventures, a lot of dangerous adventures. Well, okay, I'll talk about this one part, because it's kind of the thing that sets off all the adventures. Hold on. So they're there for, I think it's the midwinter celebration. And now that they know about the creatures and everything, their grandparents specifically tell them that, and before they knew about the creatures, and there's goblins and there's brownies and there's just all sorts of creatures. But before they knew about the creatures, they were a little safer. But now that they know about the creatures, their grandparents tell them that on, I believe it's midwinter. If it's not, I'll correct myself. But the midwinter celebration, they are not to open the bedroom window. And they will hear a lot of things, like a lot of creatures trying to get them to open their bedroom window. But not to believe any of it. They're safe as long as they don't open the bedroom window. And so the celebration comes, and they're in bed, or they tell him, I believe they told them to wear earplugs so that they wouldn't hear everything that was going on, because creatures would be celebrating. They'd be trying to get them to open the door, not the door, the window. And so they're like, wear these earplugs, don't listen. Well, so do you guys think Seth listened? No. He decided he wanted to hear what was going on, and so he took out the earplugs and he convinced Kendra to as well. And they look outside and they see all kinds of creatures. Oh, and the area around the house is protected from, like, so the fairies can come into the yard, and a select few other creatures can. But on normal everyday, the house is protected from most of the creatures. Like, there's a protective circle around it, so the creatures cannot enter the yard surrounding the house. But on the midwinter celebration, or it's like, I think it's like the summer solstice, or maybe it was the summer solstice. But like on the solstice celebrations, the protection around the house is lifted, and the creatures are free to come into the yard. And so they look out and they see all these creatures down there, and I feel like my contour these days is like really popping. I don't hate it, but maybe I could soften it a little bit. Anyway, so these creatures are allowed onto the grounds during this midwinter celebration. And what was I going to say? Midwinter celebration, creatures allowed on the grounds. So sorry, gotta concentrate. Anyway, so they can enter the grounds around the house. And Seth has pulled out his earplugs, and he's convinced Kendra to as well. And they're looking down, and they see all these creatures, and creatures they've never seen before in their lives. And they see all these creatures down there celebrating and stuff, and some of them are pretty scary, and some of them look kind of cool. But anyway, they end up, I believe it was Seth who decided, but they ended up opening the window, which was like the one rule. They were not to open the window no matter what they heard. Well, they opened it. And them opening the window allowed creatures to get into the house. And so a lot of not good creatures, a lot of bad creatures are able to get into this house. And hold on. Oh, that was a little darker than I really wanted it to be. We'll see how this turns out. But anyway, so, oh yeah, and this is the first time I'm trying to do the, you know, I did the floating eyeliner yesterday, but this is the first time I'm trying to do something like this. Definitely not the most symmetrical things, but we'll see how it works out. Anyway, so they've opened the window, which allowed a lot of really bad creatures to get into the house. And these creatures just make a mess of the house. And they turn the grandma into a chicken, and they kidnap the grandpa, and it's just, they do a lot of other things that they just wreak havoc. And Kendra and Seth realize what they've done in the morning, and they know that they've got to make it right. And so they start an adventure in order to get everybody back, and there's a battle, and Kendra becomes very kind, and all this good stuff. I'm not gonna go too much into it again because I don't want to spoil it. Oh. Alright, I know this does not look that great right now, but I'm hoping at the end it looks a lot better. I don't really love these. I don't know, I don't really love these eyeliners for... I'm not loving these for eyeshadow right now. They're pretty stiff. But I wanted... Ugh. I didn't want to use eyeshadow because I was going to... Ow. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Because I knew that I wanted to do both sides. I wanted to do the upper and the under at the same time. And so I knew I was going to have to do it after I'd done my foundation and stuff. And I didn't want to end up making a mess with the eyeshadow. And a little bit of red. I like Kendra's character better than Seth's throughout the series, honestly, because Kendra, she's more level-headed. Admittedly, she's a little more cautious, and so sometimes when the chips are really down, it's Seth who saves the day because he's more willing to go do something crazy. But at the same time, I don't know, he does, like I said, he drives me crazy a lot. But Kendra's level-headedness often saves the day as well. Yeah, this could turn out to have been a terrible idea, but we'll see. Still got a little bit more. Oh, sorry. Oh, that didn't turn out as well as I wanted it to. This is not the easiest thing I've ever done. Not gonna lie. Definitely need some more practice. It's not terrible either, though. I think with a little practice, I could do a lot better at this. There was an easier butterfly look I saw that I was going to do, but then I really wanted to do this. So I decided I was going to do this. Because, I mean, sometimes you gotta try it to figure out if it's going to work or not, right? Okay, I feel like that makes it look a lot better. I feel like that actually makes it look more like a butterfly. Okay, I like this. I like this side a lot better than this side, but that side's not bad. All right. Now, because it is a story about magic, you also need a little magic dust, right? Right. Maybe. If this works. I don't know if it is. Maybe I'll use the white one. Or... oh, you know what? I totally forgot to do these. So yeah, I like my right eye a lot better than my left eye right now. I think it turned out quite a bit better. I'll work on it. Left eye just kind of turned out a little more smudgy than I wanted, and just doesn't look as butterfly-y. Butterfly-y? Is that a word? Yes, I just made it a word. Sorry, you know what? You guys don't need to sit here and watch me finish this. I'm going to finish this, and then I'll be right back. All right, there we go. That's me done. But you know what? I actually had a lot of fun with this look today. Does it need a little work? Yes, it does. But then again, pretty much all my looks still need some work, and that's okay, because even people have been doing their makeup for years and years and years. It's a constant thing. You guys gotta work at it to make it good, right? Oh, but I wanted to show you. So I added a little fairy magic to my look, because the butterflies are really fairies, and it's a magic book, and it's a story about magic. So you gotta have some magic thrown in with that look, right? I can always tell how good the lip product is by how much comes off of my drink. Not too much came off on this one, so that's good. The Stila Stay All Day. It's a Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick. But anyway, let's turn on the lights. All right, so the foundation is definitely a little bit dark for me. It's not terrible. But otherwise, I like how the face looks after. Let me buff a little bit more up here though. Sorry. I came to wrap up and end up doing that. Anyway, so, but in general, I like how the face turned out. I really do. And like, the butterflies definitely need a little more work, but at the same time, I kind of love them. I'm gonna practice a little more so that I get better with them, but it's a fun look, and they're also really fun books. I seriously highly suggest them. Go read them, guys. Go read them. I'm gonna add just a little bit. Of gloss there. I like it. Anyway, so that's me done for the day. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Please make sure to treat everyone with kindness and respect. Everyone has a story, and we don't know what it is. And also, guys, be yourselves. Don't try to be anybody else. Just be yourselves and be happy being yourself. I don't know, I say this because I had a realization last night. Sometimes I think I try to people please a little too much. And it's okay just to be me, you know? But be yourselves, be happy, treat people with kindness and respect. And I hope you enjoyed today. I really enjoyed doing this look, and I really enjoyed talking about the book. Like, seriously, I know this look is not perfect, but I'm really, really liking how it turned out. I don't know. Something about it really appeals to me. It's fun. Anyway, I'm going to stop geeking out about it now. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.